אהלן, אהלן. בוא נראה שאנחנו באוויר. מה הולך ליאור כהן? דוד. טוב, בוא נראה. הודעות. Here we go. וואלה, חייבים תיקון במשחק נגד איטרנל פייר. שומעים אותי? כן. למרות תכל'ס שם לדעתי זה היה משחק חלש של שחר בעיקר. טי. אנחנו מתחילים את הפסדץ הזה, למה אני פה בעצם? טוב, זה נסגור, זה מצפילי כמובן, נלך לכאן.
Currently Astralis, or the past 3 months Astralis, here are the results that we have seen. What did you take away from these results? Because some may be good, some maybe not so good, right?
Lately it hasn't been that good. Obviously I am Cologne finish, and ESL Pro League as well wasn't that convincing. I feel like the teams they should be beating pretty much every day, they really beat, but as soon as they face like middle ground competition, I feel like that's where the struggles are really showing. They haven't really picked up any big wins against big opponents yet, and that's probably something that Astralis should be getting if we're looking at the roster.
And this was exactly what I was talking about, the history of this heroic trio. Just look at how many lands they attended together. Obviously full final, I think that was kind of the highlight in terms of heroics trophies. We saw just how much it meant to them emotionally, physically, Cadian finally getting to lift a trophy on home soil. And I was surprised that, the explosion, the implosion that maybe happened shortly after that.
I mean, everyone was, and it seemed like they burned the bridges, but at the same time they built some again back in Astralis. So obviously the gameplay from Heroic back in when Trio was still part of it, they created a construct that everyone was trying to copy to some degree, especially on CD side, aggressiveness, reactiveness, etc. So it definitely feels like Trio might be back in, and hopefully it will boost up Stone and Yabi's levels back in where they should be, or where we are kind of exciting to see them.
I love that you touch upon that kind of, classic aggressiveness on the CT side, because just to contextualize, obviously this was all back in CSGO. Do you hope that Cadian's kind of going to bring that same ideology of always, pushing the limits, getting aggressive, getting in your opponent's face? You hope he brings that back for this Astralis lineup?
I think there's metas and they come and go, and I think this is kind of the thing where people figured out how to play against that kind of things and making like info plays on certain parts of the map where they're ready to commit to another one. So
Cadian was only out of action for 118 before joining Astralis. איזה שינוי משונה באמת. מה נשמע ג'וני?
Cadian, never did I think I would see you in an Astralis jersey, and I'm pretty sure you wouldn't either. What's it like being back on the server?
It's fun. It's only been 5 days of practice, so not a lot, but I think it's been great to be back. I tried to use time wisely in terms of taking care of my mind and my body while I was not playing. But of course, there's also a lot of eagerness to be back playing. And I hope to show some fire and some passion. And it's against world number 1, so it's not the easiest of debuts, but we'll see how it goes.
How does it feel though, given obviously there's a lot of the circumstance around this, of kind of being the villain again, coming straight back?
I have the experience being the villain a little bit, but then again, it's not really
זה
my
צריך
table, and I'm just
לגדול.
here to play, and I'm very excited to do that.
אני צריך לראות שהפרצוף שלי לא מפריע לכלום.
We're going to see that it's Cadian with a
רואה את
rifle.
האיכות.
We're going to see that it's Cadian with a rifle. It's Cadian back with
אנחנו
Stan
משחקים אינפרנו דאסט ניוק.
Are there now very high expectations even coming into an event like this where you have...
שומעים אותי טוב? החלפתי מיקרופון, אני אשמח
I
ככה...
think it can go many ways, kind of when you are so fresh off the start, because I think some of the routines felt very much like the good old days. But then again, like you said, it's also a new role for me, having to get used to device opening and stay on his roles. So I think right now I can't even really give you an honest answer of like what my expectations is for the tournament. So we'll just take not just one game at a time, but one round at a time.
And in terms of looking at the Astralis team overall, how much other sacrifice and changes has there been for other players within the team, not just obviously your change?
There's been some moves for more or less everyone. So yeah. We are trying to build a system that's not just going to be good for tomorrow or the day after, but long term. So there's some sacrifices in me not opening anymore, device not in-game leading, some people moving positions and stuff. But everyone has bought into it. No one has been complaining, and everyone has just been, putting the gloves on and got to work. So I'm happy.
And that's exactly what we want to hear, right? There's so much I want to pick up from that interview as well. Firstly, let's just talk about the Heroic versus Astralis old rivalry, because during 2022 it was kind of the changing of the guard time, right? The fact that Heroic were consistently the best team in Denmark, despite what Astralis were trying to bolster, getting Device back on the roster as well. Heroic, they always stood the test of Astralis basically every time they had a head-to-head.
100%. I feel like they got really their number.
מה מדברים על 2022? חתיכת גנובים.
Firepower, the individual skill, calling well by Cadian in that heroic lineup. So I definitely think that the Astralis were struggling, and maybe I feel like they were always struggling in Danish Derby, but hopefully, well.
Something else we got to hear from that Banks interview as well is confirmed that, Cadian, he won't be AWPing. Obviously, we do have Device in the server. We know how good he can be wielding that weapon. How much do you think it's going to play into his benefit that he no longer has to worry about calling, about leading, about any of the strategies, theory crafting? You think we're going to see the old Device back?
We might, hopefully. Obviously, he's going to take on the role and try to apply the new stuff as well from Cadian. But we are remaining hopeful. I mean, Cadian is going to be part of the pack now, probably taking map control, IGLing from the middle of the pack, middle of the map, and that can be a little bit confusing for some of the players. Obviously, we have to see some role shift in terms of stairs. So I'm really excited to jump into the server and honestly see what they prepared for us.
Last thing that we heard from Cadian in that interview,
שומעים סבבה אתה אומר?
we've only had a few days practice. Now, I've been hearing different things through the grapevine. I've been hearing
זה המיקרופון עכשיו
it's been a
ככה.
long time coming that this change was going to happen. Other people saying that there were other people in
לא יודע, חשבתי שפעם היה יותר טוב. היידה BF, ברוך השב.
You believe in the man there that he's only had 3 days in the server?
היידה.
I mean, I have to believe him, honestly. It's the only statement that we've got so far that is official, but sources obviously are always going to be sources and remain anonymous. And there's been some shush talking about in the back, and no pun intended on shush, but obviously things are circulating around, and we will see if this is the only change that Astralis is making, or maybe we will see something in the future.
Let's touch upon Vitality as well, because most recently obviously winning IEM Cologne, finally Apex managing to put ghost of 10 years in the making and finally lifting that trophy. But then we go into EPL and we see I guess uncharacteristic loss in the quarterfinals versus Eternal Fire, but on the flip side,
מה הולך עם זה גולי?
put up a fight versus Navi. So where are you placing Vitality right now?
Exactly. So Eternal Fire put up the show.
Next match in 1 minute.
ברוך השם. Showed that Vitality
ברוך השם.
by any means, and Vitality
שלא יחנקו ואנחנו בסדר.
because lifting trophy at IM Cologne might be a blessing in disguise, obviously.
אני שונא שמקליטים לי הודעות קוליות.
After that, and trying to probably time that peak of
שים רגע
performance for the actual major in Shanghai, which means essentially that the tournaments, I don't want to say they are meaningless right now to them, obviously, but they're maybe putting a little bit less prep into it, and obviously we're fighting here as well for the spot for the World Finals, which they already claimed before. So put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, I love that you mentioned that because Vitality's always been a team that said, you know, we aim to peak at a specific time. We saw that back in Paris. We saw it with Cologne this year as well. How do you think the land is laying coming into this series, though? We saw the Vito going down. Do you think Astralis have any chance of, you know, surprising Vitality? Because just yesterday, Vitality, they didn't know exactly which iteration of Astralis they'd be facing.
Exactly what you're saying. It's really hard for to predict anything because Vitality themselves didn't know how to prepare for the specific map, for a specific game.
איך אתה אוהב לבחון את הנייטבוט, VF?
Maybe we're going to see a basically landslide victory, one-sided thing affair, but hopefully we're going at least 3 maps distance.
Yeah, I hope so. Fingers crossed indeed. It is time to jump into the action. It's Vitality versus Astralis with Connor and Lourdes.
Thank you so much, Freya. Thank you so much, Martin. God, I miss Pimp already. Because I always say mean things, and I can't think of anything negative to say.
Never said anything bad about it.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Welcome to the family, brother.
Yes.
First breakdown done.
נראה טוב.
Although now we get to see whether this new Astralis gets to break down as well.
לוטן מסתפר כל פעם, אותו באמת לא ראיתי מסתפר הרבה זמן.
Coming off of the Cologne win, you'd think they'd be feeling real hot and heavy. But again, Pro League playoff loss.
אבל הוא תמיד כזה שעושה תספורות עם דירוג גבוה כזה.
In favor of Vitality because Astralis are coming in new, obviously.
נענה לזה.
Come new.
Of course. So, well, we'll have to see because I think I'm actually pretty excited. I have a bad track record of getting excited about Cadian involved roster moves. I was excited about the last Liquid.
Right.
Excited about this move. Excited about this Astralis in general.
When will you learn your lesson?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep being excited. You know, might as well keep betting red at this point. And I just think that if he's rifling, I'm pretty amped about that. If he was opping, I have no faith in his op in CS2. As a rifle and as an IGL, I do
יאללה, התחלנו, נעזוב את כל הפיצ'ף קייס הזה. מאפ נאמבר 1, בחירה של אוסטרליז. מפה שהם כבר ידועים בתקופה. לא יודע אם היום הם באותה רמה, אני פחות עוקב על אוסטרליז ספציפית, קבוצה שפחות מעניינת אותי. ספינקס הראשון ליפול במשחק הזה. Nice shot. אייפקס לוקח בחזרה את הפיק. אימפורטנט. יש לנו פה 4 נגד 4. נראה שוויטליטי בגדול עושים 2 and 2 ספליט. סיטואציה די סטנדרטית להולדים באינפרנו. אני מניח שיהיה פה רוטיישן, כן, נראה שאפקס מתחיל תנועה. מזי עם פיק חשוב. זיוו, unknown. אוקיי, יש לנו פה 2 נגד 2. דיווייס מוריד את פאקינג מזי. פלימזי ב1 נגד 2. קדיאן הוא one shot לבאדי.
Flamesy looking for an early clutch, and as the tap goes down, it's no commitment.
7 HP לקדיאן.
Positions to the tall box. That buys Cadian enough cover. He will guarantee the plant. Can he hit the headshot? As Flamesy comes barreling at him, trying to chase him around every corner, all the way up into the apps, back around into the balk, down out the window.
Nice, Flamesy.
Headshot. Cadian, you can run, but you cannot hide.
Smile on Flamesy here. Even in his little picture at the bottom, that's crazy. What a chase.
איזה שטות.
Oh, that was like Matt Damon, the Bourne Ultimatum or something. That was wow.
יופי, ויטליטי מתחילים ראונד ראשון על המפה, אפילו שהם התחילו עם פיק. כן, נגדם, הם התחילו עם שחקן אחד פחות, לוטן נתפס שם על ידי סטר.
Because like Cadian's thinking, eventually he gives up on this chase. Eventually I turn a corner, he can't actually chase me on, he has to go reset, go tap the bomb. But Flamesy's so close this entire time, as you can see. And it's a headshot. Thing is, it didn't even have to be. Cadian was so low.
Jumping headshots.
But how surreal is that moment, seeing Cadian and Device
I
alive in a 2v1?
It doesn't feel real. And alas, here we are.
More of that.
אוקיי, יש לנו פה אגרסיב טייק של בי.
Thought Mezzi had really done enough there to keep him off the
לא
side.
שום דבר חדש.
Definitely slowed him down.
פול סייב מלבד 3 דיגלים. זה אינבסטמנט די גדול, אבל היה פה פלן של הבומב, אז זה סטנדרטי לעשות איזשהו אינבסטמנט בסקנד ראונד. השקעה של החבר'ה פה מאוסטרליז. נייט חזק מאוד בדיווייס.
Yeah, I mean, what part about this is well, could be bad, I guess. I mean, one is hard. It's hard to rifle. Cadian, that's one question. Can't or
זה שינוי רציני בעצם להחליף IGL לא יודע, 3 ימים לפני הטורניר, 5 ימים לפני הטורניר.
Yeah. But is that like a general sentiment that he won't be like serviceable?
Yeah, you'd think he'd be good enough.
Probably. I mean, he was. Yeah, I feel like he's not always. He wasn't always offing before, but. Oh, maybe I have to take a closer.
ראון מאוד איטי של סטארס. Perfectly timed smoke של שחר.
It hasn't been great, but it's been mainly on the op.
And he's not the only operator that we've seen.
Danish has got to be a bonus.
אין פה פלאשים, ככה ש...
Cadian showing hands.
אוקיי, זה הולך להיות פה, נראה כמו מלטדאון של וייטליטי. אלא אם יהיה פה איזה נייס הדשוט הדיגלים האלה. מזי עושה הרבה כסף. מזי עם האייס. נייס, good stuff. מזי עם אייס זה לא משהו סטנדרטי לרוב.
For Device to not have to focus on IGLing. Like, he did really give it the old college try. He pulled the electronics, said I want to be the best IGL in the world, game inspires me. And it didn't work. Who cares if you commit farther and like doesn't work out? I think what we want to see is Device being able to play at his maximum potential as an individual.
Of course. Yep. It's going to be cool to see Cadian calling for an offer, right? Instead of trying to set himself up all the time. Rather trying to put Device in position.
That actually makes Cadian the third best opera on the team. He still got us down, baby.
Yeah, that's true. Down the rankings
he
goes. There it is. Dedicated op in hand. Device's first crack at it versus Vitality off.
יש לנו פה מוקדם של אוסטרליז. נייד שעושה ליטוף קל. אוקיי, זה גוד נייד.
Mezzi getting fired up.
So what are we watching more for? For more right now? Is it the Cadian rifle or the Device op?
אייפקס חוטף ליטוף קל.
God, it's a tough question. Can I answer?
נראה כמו פרי טו ספליט של וייטליטי לכיוון B. זה לא הכל הנכון פה.
And then on my third eye, I'm keeping a close one on whether or not Stabby and Jabby and Jabby.
אוקיי, ספינקס מתחיל רוטיישן בחזרה לכיוון לום.
You know, what's that chemistry going to be like going forward?
מי שם סטר על הפלנק, כן. ספינקס עלול לפגוש אותו ממש עכשיו. נייס, פיק חשוב מאוד. הם מבינים שמדובר פה על בי ספליט. ספינק שיזרק את הנשק שלו ל-AK. מזי! זה לא מזי, זה אייפקס. נייס פינקס על סטאון. ואיזה נייד חזק מאוד. נראה שוויטליטי פוזיציה מנצחת כרגע. 3 נגד 2. שני השחקנים של אוסטרליז בערך 1 טאפ. כן, אני לא צריך 2 כדורים לגוף.
And how has Cadian found it off? We're right back to it. Is it a rifle? I don't think so. Jabby on the close corner of CT.
וייטליטי משחקים את זה מאוד לאט. יש להם קיט? אין להם קיט לדעתי. או נו. אוקיי, יש קיט על זייוו, כן, זה נראה מקומות מסוימים. אוי דה טאפי! ראונד חשוב מאוד של וייטליטי. זה נכון, תכלס משחק שנתיים לנצח את זה.
I think, yeah, at least you basically got 3 people who could pick it up in moments, even if the Device will lose it. But I was just thinking about how this is pretty much the most difficult opening match that you could.
Cadian, איזה שוטים.
Navi, of course.
A second shot.
Still kind of the only team left.
Very nice.
The biggest threat to Navi in terms of tournament runs, or like if they lost to Vitality, it wouldn't be an upset. In fact, Vitality, beat them up pretty bad in an important best of 5 already this year. So Not an easy start.
או,
here. First
מזי.
the hard way.
אגרסיבי מדי.
Mezzi going for a solo apartments peak. Maybe not thinking Jabby would be as...
מניח שאיזשהו קאנטר סטראט, אבל זה קצת כואב למות ככה.
This is on a round where, of course, Strala stumbled through with a lesser bomb.
זה לא נחמד. המולי לא מנקה שם את הקורנר. אוקיי, עכשיו הסמוק הזה... וואלה, אם המולי שם קצת יותר טוב, לדעתי זה קיל על... איך קוראים לו? על... מי זה היה שם? דיווייס.
Starts to make the correct call.
Wow.
Spinks pulling away
Not
from
good.
this A site leaves Zywoo on his own.
זיו נגד העולם.
No doubt Zywoo, but numbers game. It's a full belt of utility for Zywoo, and he starts to throw that nade out preemptively as he hears the rumblings of this mid-take. Nobody close enough to help Zywoo whatsoever. And so he's going to forfeit the entire short side. Goes into Arch instead.
Zywoo.
Goes back to the site. Does he have the time?
Zywoo.
Kills? And as he hones in on apartments, I mean, he's got this bigger picture piece.
Zywoo.
Doing it on his own. As the Moto player pushes forth, Zywoo has perfection. Doing everything on his own.
אם הוא פוגע גם את זה. אם הוא פוגע גם את זה. וואו, איזה נייד. פליימזי. אם הורגים אותו אף שעתיים זה ככה לא יותר טוב. אבל בסדר, הוא עושה פיק. זה פשוט לא הגיוני ששחקן כזה בביטליטי. 1 נגד 5 בסייט.
To section off 2 fights coming at him through Arch, to get the first
one,
but to throw the smoke late enough so that they still commit to it, and then turn around for a positive fight on lane while he's blocking himself off from Halls, then isolating the Halls guys like, what the hell? We had 3 people on this position. How did he do that?
Zywoo.
Just a moto smoke.
Just a moto smoke.
MacGyver.
And some of the best in-game intuition.
Crazy.
Right, that's surely one thing we still are not allowed to doubt Zywoo for.
I mean, even if he threw that smoke too soon or too late, he ruins his chances of getting that easy fight as he pushes through. He kind of had to make this feel like it was a defensive play.
פשוט הזוי שהוא פוגע כאלה שוטים ומביא ראונד ככה.
What would a normal player do? And I say normal because Zywoo isn't. They would have smoked Moto and played on cold and tried to delay as long as possible. Zywoo found a way to have his cake and ate it too. Get the kill on Arch while providing cover for himself and
איזה ראונד של השחקן הזה באמת. זיו הביא פה ראונד, אין מה להגיד.
Hit every shot.
And hit every shot, most of them.
No whips. Barring the snap up to the top box, and at that point, arguably, job's basically done.
שחר עם נייס ספאם. קצת שמאלה וזה פיק. בכל אופן, דיווייס רץ פה ל-50 HP. איזה טיימינג של דיווייס, אבל שחר עם הפאקינג. Headshot instantly. Cannot believe this shit. לא, היה עם אייקי. מה הוא מדבר? מה זה קשור לוופן? ספינקס נופל פה לסטארם. יש לנו פה 4 נגד 2. זהו משיג את יאבי, יש לנו פה 4 נגד 1, ומדיעים פה שחקן האחרון.
Keeping Stown out of the game. Flamesy is a liability here, low health.
איזה טיימינג.
Looks away, wasn't ready. We go 5 straight from
nice.
off the press here in Copenhagen.
אוסטרליז מפיק נראה פשוט לא מוצלח. הטיימאוט הזה לא עזר להם יותר מדי. נייס שוט של שחר. דיווייס עם וויף שהוא לא רוצה לפגוש. זה הפיק של מזי, what the heck? אז איך אותנו לקח צעד אחורה? מעניין. לא טיפוסי כאילו.
Chew up to Zywoo. Nothing too crazy. He surpassed the incendiary forward and already boiler control here for Stair.
I would be terrified of the glasses because, what, he can see even more?
Oh God.
He wasn't seeing enough before.
לזיו יש עכשיו משקפיים. סטלבטנים הם. איזה utility.
Stralas, you're not getting into banana for free. That much is clear here in the 6th. Still Stair continues to extend this boiler control. As we saw him
טאפי אתה כאן?
He's going deep.
נייס,
Tried to blast
נייס.
through the smoke, and he ends up being the first casualty, instant kill.
נראה כאילו פשוט שתי קבוצות ברמות אחרות.
Found spam
מה זה? מה זה? מה זה?
escape route for Flames.
מה אנחנו רואים פה?
This is a vitality that
תגיד, איך השם שלי עכשיו?
slack for Astralis to pull on.
I think they played
שומעים
a
טוב?
Hilo
פחות
rounds,
טוב?
and now they're just in their comfort zone, putting pressure back in the beginning of the rounds. Won't get any easier from here.
5 נגד 2.
Slot early on in this game. Already got a Mezzi ace. The anti
ספינקס נופל ככה.
got the Zywoo impact. And here comes Flamesy
Ooh.
with a near denial.
יהיה פה פלנט אני מאמין, ויהיה פה 1 נגד 3.
Cover of the fountain should
Apex
get
עושה
it down,
פוש.
but Apex
נייס, נו פלנט.
cuts away at the side of him.
שואלים איתו קצת הד, כן זה החדר.
His demise.
אני לא יודע אם מה לעשות, אולי אני צריך לקנות את הספוגים האלה של ההד.
Everything is going really well, and they're just building into the match. And I think it's the first day at the LAN, so it makes sense to have a feel out period. Plus, new team don't know how the style's going to be with Cadian on the roster, and it seems like they're gelling with it perfectly. So
6-0 ויטליטי.
here, almost everybody has had a good round. Zywoo,
זה באמת מתחיל
this is full strength
ככה,
fight.
כאילו 5 נגד 2
And
אינסטנטלי.
there's not much debut magic happening at the moment for Astralis.
וואו.
They look a bit weak game-wise, to be honest.
אוסטרלס נראים לא מחוברים באמת. כאילו הם התחילו עם פיק נהדר בפיסטול של סטר, מאז הוא לא השיג בן אדם. אייפקס מוריד דיווייס ככה.
Vitality has been so confident in the banana play so far. And honestly, there hasn't been anything that really goes south.
שום דבר לא עובד לאוסטרלס.
Unpunished.
פליימזי המשחק חזק 8-2.
Just kind of feeling the same mojo.
מזי עם אייס, ועכשיו עם 7-3. זייבו בכלל לא נדבר על זה שהוא בקור ראונד לבד.
Right now, actually, but
Okay.
won't
או,
matter.
ספינק מוריד שניהם.
Back between Stown and Stair, Cadian's Deagle connects enough, but
Nice,
then
nice.
he gets a chance to deliver a couple kills, and we
וייפאוט נוסף, איזה הד. אין, גלעד.
I think the next
אני לא יודע איך לסדר את זה, לדעתי אני צריך להביא פה את הספוגים האלה, לא?
that the South Korean Olympic
חדר פחות מוצלח מהאספקט הזה,
looked up from your monitor and you saw
אל
Zywoo.
מול החדר הקודם שהיה לי.
Just had a piece of paper over one of his eyes.
I would just disconnect.
היידה איתמר, ברוך השב.
Yeah. It's like he's already called the Zyborg,
Yeah.
so
7-0.
What if he had 2 monocles? Yeah, think about that.
that's kind of like having one eyebrow. Like you could just connect them or disconnect them.
Yeah.
In either circumstance.
Yeah. Well, those are
The
back.
choice, I
Unibrows are back in, I think.
They are.
I think so.
Well, I mean, if you have a
got a
unibrow,
nice one.
you have a choice.
Mm.
But if you don't have a unibrow, you can't just grow one.
That's fair.
So they are superior.
That's fair. Here's a good point. Well, you raise a point.
It's like raising a eyebrow.
Sure. Let's see if we've got one round in the bag for Astralis here. Running out of runway, folks. Better get that propeller spinning. It's down trying to get up into Banana. This has been a point of contention between the two teams that Vitality comes out on top of every engagement so far.
כן, עברתי דירה לנתניה.
They get the utility burned out nicely, right? Just a bit more
שאלה אם
presence
זה
here.
מתכנן להכניס לחדר עוד ארונות, מיטות, עניינים,
It's
מי יתחיל
Vitality
לצפות.
to-
וואלה, לא צפו להיות פה תמידי ארונות מיטות, זה כאילו חדר עבודה כזה. אני אנסה להראות לך בערך מה קורה פה.
Up by Apex and a smoke
יש
goes down.
פה עוד שולחנות, יש ארון, כאילו תבין, הוא פשוט מאוד גדול, אין פה יותר מדי. אז אולי אני כן אצטרך איזה ספוג או משהו,
Think about how much,
מה אני אעשה עם זה.
you know, freedom. Yeah,
מקווה
he
שראית
has
משהו
here.
בכלל
It feels like he's just
בדרך.
at the moment. I don't know if he's going to take any.
זיו, וואו, ברור שהוא יפגע את זה.
Peak, Zywoo holding on to it.
7-0 לוויטליטי, כלום לא עובד בשבילם.
Clicks off
כאילו
the
סטרלס.
reaction.
ספינקס
Holding out control, however, even
ברוטיישן מהיר.
it's possible things go wrong for Vitality, but they know what's happening. They're so comfortable.
And still just that comfortable amount of util to throw down in response. There's already this rotation put in from CT Smoke.
Wow.
More flashbangs into the pit to disrupt the first entry.
פליימזי מוריד סטאון, סטר נכנס מוריד את אייפקס. יש לנו פה 4 נגד 3, וספינקסי בטריקאים!
But it's all
וואו,
set up
וואו.
Sphinx.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that's Also, because they were so prepared for the execute, they were blocking so well. They were spacing out their utility. They had two in the back of the site.
פשוט,
Visual peaks. That was a situation.
פשוט משחק עצוב לאוסטרליה, זה כאילו כלום לא עובד.
Had to go through everything, and they knew that Vitality knew it was the exact.
נכנסים ואז ספינקס בום בום בום.
Vitality had called in reinforcements earlier. 10 seconds ago, Spinks was.
וגם אם ספינקס מוריד שם רק 2 נניח.
Easy round from him.
עדיין זה ה-2 נגד 1.
Oh man, we're down to a 4-round T-side best case. Bad buy now and no real sight of improvement for
אגרסיב טייק של אוסטרליז. דיווייס יורד ל-52 HP. אוהו! זייבו עם נייט שעושה 150 דמג'.
Somebody call the bully hunters.
Yeah, let's bring them back.
פשוט עצוב.
They'd have to be very talented. Remember how like the whole thing of that was like it has to be really good players that come in.
Yeah, because if you call in your
Who do you call them?
you call in your bully hunter and then they still lose.
Yeah.
Now you're really a loser, aren't you?
Who are you gonna call the bully Zaiwu right now? That's maybe some highly paid bully hunters. Real top talents, man.
זייבו עם הפרסט מיס שלו להיום.
God, he's human.
Okay.
יותר נכון, לא פרסט מיס, אבל
Could they still post?
בסיטואציות כאלה.
They scoop up that
איזי שוט ראשון שמפספס.
This is a rare opportunity. Spinks has to walk through the smoke, but he does.
Yep, gets into the site alongside Mezzi, who's looking pretty frantic in the comms, very much trying to get this attention turned towards short side, and he's not wrong. Flash finds the support, but Mezzi goes unnoticed.
וואו, איזה קרוספייר, איזה קרוספייר.
Excellence, helping hands, and
מפיקים לתוך זה פשוט לא אפשרי.
you shall not plant on it.
That was such a golden opportunity. But once again, Vitality know what's coming, and Spinks knows what he has to do. Like, he has to take a risk by coming through that library smoke, but he's right, actually. There's not that much pressure on the arch wrap. It's mostly about lane. And first and foremost, he needs to help Messi out.
אין מה להגיד. משחק פשוט נהדר של ויטליטי.
Very much together.
הם מראים למה הם קבוצה כנראה הכי טובה פה.
There's a reason I haven't said 13-0, Connor. It feels like something's a little off.
You're the king of the call, man.
I just don't.
אמנם לא לקחו את ה-ACL פרו ליג.
Right now, this utility pressure on Banana is one of the more awkward setups we've
אבל הם
seen
קבוצה רמה.
to deal with, but at least
מעניין, ראונד מאוד משונה לכיוון בי, אני לא אוהב את מה שוויטליטי עשו פה.
with util from the site.
זה קצת מזכיר לי ראונד שראינו את זייבו מביא פה פיסטולייס. זייבו משיג 2 קילים. מזי! קומפליטלי unaware. אייפקס מוריד את סטאר לפחות, איזה שוט. אפשר בחיים, 4 נגד 2. זייבו מוריד את יאבי. דיווייס 1 versus 3 אחרי פיק על זייבו. מחליף לאיקי.
To catch Apex trying to climb up into the graveyard. There's a golden ticket to depart.
Oh my god.
But he doesn't leave. They walk up and walking forward could
Oh
catch
no.
him. But
Oh
timing-
no.
Oh god, Device. He's in between
Oh
them.
no.
He sees the grave kill. He
Oh
hits
no.
the headshot.
איזה
He's
טיימינג.
5 bullets. This
דיווייס הביא פה 1 נגד 4, וואו! בלייבזי לא נותן לו לקחת את ה-1v4 הזה. אייפקס ניבל פה.
Some smooth moves, Device. Truly incredible try.
Very scary shit.
I can't believe he blew up his own smoke that he just offhanded in front of the Moto smoke and found a kill off of that. Nearly made that possible. Nice shot in the end here from Vitality where it seems just like the stars are aligned
מה איתך
in
הראל?
this game.
אני גם לא הייתי עם אמרתי לה אחי, הכל טוב.
Honest 1v1 duel in the
ברוך
end
השב אחי.
made the difference. A lot of cerebral plays in this match.
וואו. פליימזי.
a lot of
נייס
shots
סייב.
Yeah.
10-0 ויטליטי.
So on point.
I feel like we've seen one missed shot from Zaiwu, and he's definitely made up for it. Precision from the headshot of Flamesy. To deny the hopes of Device. 4 kills in this half for Device. 3
Would
of
it be
them
this round, would it?
וואו, כמה דמג'. זי הוא ממשיך לפגוע באנשים כשהוא בליינד. הוא לא רואה כלום, פשוט פוגע. טיימינגים על אנשים. נייס. זי הוא 14-3. פליימזי על 10-3. 11-0, מפה שאוסטרליס בחרו. נראה שהם יורדים פה ללואוור ברקט. טיימאוט שלישי של אוסטרליס? כן, אני יודעת מאץ. וואו.
Feels like some of the problems are fundamental. Some of them are why should they get around when Vitality are playing this well and have been in a working system for so long. There's no off day here for Vitality. That would be the biggest thing that can help them out. The Spinx 3K, the Mezzi spray down, the Zywoo rounds, the Apex shots even, the rotations. Oh, so good. Crazy good rotations. They gotta pray for some X Factor, or they will get egged. Let's see if the Astralis can do it at the end of this half. Or if they're unfit to play.
They are indeed in the server. Vitality just haven't felt it yet. Flamesy for a moment here left alone. This is one of the few times where this B-site's felt
נראה פה כמו פליי מעניין של אסטרליס, אבל פליימזי פשוט מחסל את כולם. וגם מדיווייס. אין לי מה לומר לכם. אין לי מה לומר לכם. 14-3 פליימזי. אייס לפליימזי. איי איי איי, איזה ראונד. וואו. כמה כסף עושה המנצח של המאץ' הזה? בוא נראה. הוא מגיע לאפר ברקט, זה אני יודע בוודאות, נכון? אפר פיינל? אפר פיינל. זה של הגרופ הזה. בעצם כמה עולים מפה? בוא נראה. סינגל אלימיניישן ברקט. גרופ A, second place, גרופ B, third place. בעצם, מי שמנצח היום עולה בוודאות לשלב הבא, ורק מי שמפסיד היום ומפסיד מחר יוצא לגמרי. מי שמנצח היום וינצח מחר יעלה ישר לסמיז, ומי שנצח היום ומפסיד מחר יעלה לרבע גמר. אז מה זה פה בעצם? זה רק האופנינג ראונד. יפה, אז אני לא הבנתי את הסיטואציה נכון, זה לא רבע גמר. הטעיתי פה את כל צופיי, 13-0, סביר מאוד. לא יודע למה קראתי את זה ככה, כאילו בראש שלי זה היה very short tournament. בכל אופן, מי שמנצח היום עושה מינימום $10,000. אקסטרה. Not bad. איך הם יכולים להפסיד? וואלה, הם לא יכולים להפסיד גם עם, לא יודע מה. גם עם פליימזי ולוטן שוברים את היד ככה, ויהיה פה 3 V 5. אין מצב שלא יקרו פה איזה 3 V 5 הברנשים האלה ב-T-סייד. מה הולך איתי? ברגד. Long time no see, my friend. אני אוהב את ההפסקות של הבלאסט, זה כזה באמת הפסקה, זה קצת שקט מכל המאץ'. לא שפה צריך איזושהי הפסקה, אבל וואלה, הקליפים שלהם פשוט מטורפים. צלמים ברמה גבוהה, אין מה לומר. אני רואה אנשים אומרים פחות טוב השבע. כנראה ההד, נכון? זו הכוונה? צריך לחשוב איך אני מסדר את ההד הזה. זה כבר להיות מהנדס שמע. הגענו לשעת הדמדומים, אנחנו לקראת שקיעה פה בניטניה. האמת זה חונק אותי רצח שיעשו את זה אחרי משחקים לא מחצית. למה מה אתה יותר שהם מדברים כל התקופה?
God damn, Flamesy. Solo hold over towards the B site for 4, and then the cleanup frag to the ace. 2 aces for Vitality across that half between Mezzi's anti-eco and that of Flamesy. And now, if it's not the pistol, it's the 13-0.
It's nothing. I mean, they call it the egg in Denmark. They might be getting the whole oval.
ההפסקות האלה?
Yeah, I mean, Vitality got great pistols.
הם עושים הפסקה קצרה, של 3 דקות, אתה יודע, בסוף השחקנים צריכים רגע לדבר, להבין מה היה, מה הם רוצים לעשות, מה הם לא רוצים לעשות. או שנדבר בכלל באופן כללי, לא יודע.
0T rounds though. Let's see if they get it. Come on. Come on, it's fun. Fun and games.
Fun and games. It's all a hoot.
מי זה שם? מזי. פליים זה 15-3, ספינקס 11-8, זיירו 14-3. כשפליימזי וזיירו במשחק ויטליטי מנצחים. זה בגדול הסטייל. ספינקס גם רלוונטי, לא מה שלא. פשוט אני אומר, הוא 80% שנה למשחק.
Direness of this situation, device.
סטארס שהוא מציג את אייפקס. פליימזי עם האנטרי. וואו, 4-4 ריטייק. סיטואציה קשה מאוד לאוסטרליז. פלאש ליאבי. אוקיי, גוד נייד. הספינקס מוריד אותו לחצי. 13-0. לילה טוב. לילה טוב ויטליטי. לא יפה, לא יפה, לא יפה. להפסיד 13-0. השינוי של אוסטרליז לא עושה פה כלום, אה?
Absolutely. I mean, there's not much that we can really talk about other than the fact that this was that landslide victory I was talking about before the game that hopefully we didn't get, but it happened. And obviously it's really hard to play Inferno T-side with, let's say, 2 entries in general. And yeah, it's just tough luck.
We could basically spin a roulette wheel and pick up any of the Vitality players, but let's...
ככה המשחק התחיל, זה היה פיסטול ראונד, זה היה פריקינג ראונד.
I know it's a little bit cliche to say, but he is one of these players that we would call momentum players, right? Once he gets the ball rolling,
איזה שחקן, באמת.
he comes up with so many incredibly impactful rounds.
It's crazy that we're all starting this highlight reel with
זה פיקים, באמת.
in pistol,
וואו,
shot
וואו,
in the air.
וואו.
If that gone the other way, imagine how the game would be. So
I love the the last round of the first half as well, just getting that 4K absolutely swooping up. And it's the fact that he's so commanding in the way that he plays. I wanted to pose the question to you.
איזה שחקן, באמת.
A player like Flamesy who loves to get so aggressive inside the server. I feel like you give him an inch and he's going to take the whole mile, right?
absolutely, and he's also the fact that he's playing the roles that I was kind of playing before, and the multi-kill potential on this guy, we saw it in multiple clips. It's kind of insane, so absolutely admirable Inferno so far, and overall, I feel like anchors were doing great.
מניח שיש לנו פה באזור 10 דקות הפסקה, אולי רבע שעה הפסקה אפילו.
In terms of actually Astralis picking into Inferno, we didn't really get time to touch upon the video before coming into the game.
יש 12 דקות הפסקה. הוא מזכיר לי את מלפס, הבן אדם הזה שהיה שברקע.
It's not half a bad map for Vitality either, right?
Clearly there was some plan with
Malps.
Inferno being picked, because if you saw even the rounds that they obviously lost and they were having tough buys and they obviously were buying Tech 9s and a lot of utility, which for Inferno it suggests to me they're not going to default their way into the side by hitting 1 Deeks, right? They're clearly having a plan, maybe an execute, but the fact that I already touched upon that there were just a lot of entry kills going into way of Vitality, sometimes through smoke, sometimes through the means of utility, which Zaibu had like insane
וואלה, מוגזם, באמת.
initials there and insane utility usage there. So it's really hard to commit to some set strat when one of your teammates just dies with a full pack.
מה נהיה גולדן מן?
First 20-30 seconds.
יוצאים הביתה מחר.
Should we bring us some highlights from the man himself? Now, a difficult question for you here, Stiko. We've got this whole topic about the top 3 players in the
שמע,
world.
זייבו במשחק הזה באמת,
Best player of 2024.
איזה הזיה,
Zaibu
שחקן
and
הזיה.
Maxi. Who do you have leading the race at the moment?
באמת, כל פעם שזייבו ושחר במשחק, זה ווין לוויטליטי. 100% מהזמן.
Really like the guy that he's doing it with rifle, and it's just for me so much more impressive, obviously. And we can see Monasi and Zaibu both having kind of hybrid moments with AK as well. However, I would have to still give it to Donk. He just kind of reinvented the whole Donk peak and the way the Counter-Strike is supposed to be played at some point. And I mean, he's just Donk.
I mean, we're trying to look on maybe
איזה מעריץ.
side for Astralis in this one, if there is one. Round 10 was kind of the only round that got relatively close in this series, because as you can see on that CT side for Vitality, there were only 2 moments where they actually even got on the bomb site to even get a plant, which Vitality obviously successfully retook. But round 10, what's the story with this one and why maybe it could have gone in Astralis' favor?
As you said, this is a couple of great decision, starting with Apex from Vitality, is that essentially after making it 2v4, he backs around the
מה אנחנו מדברים? על הראונד של דיווייס?
so playing it super safe. After a couple of kills from device, he actually
על זה אמורים
is
להסתמך?
super smart in terms of timings, and we were all kind of in the room saying, oh, the timing is not really in his favor. In the end, it was amazing play with HE to start it off with Apex trying to get close to the smokes, so kind of bringing that 3v1 and putting pressure on device, but device ready to really, really good, and now the timing here on the default is just insane. This is just beautiful Counter-Strike here, and eventually the side is supposed to be clear. That's why Flames is making already rotation towards B, making a lot of steps. This is why device is just locked in on that short, and he's trying to win the duel. Unfortunately, Flames is just too sharp for him, but the attempt was there, and I think this is the closest round we've had in gun rounds.
Which is kind of insane.
כן, זה לא רציני, זה לא באמת, זה לא even, זה לא כלום, זה סתם ראונד. individual play. אבל כן, בסדר, נזרום איתו. איך לארגן איזה קפה ככה במחצית. מוזמנים לשוב.
I mean, who wouldn't? But we were maybe getting our hopes up, and obviously the impact that Vitality had on the city side was just stunning. Like, they were controlling the pace of the banana takes, the mid takes, they were killing the lurkers before the pack was even activated. I think it was overall a lot of sound and safe plays from Vitality point of view. They weren't really abused or punished.
Where do you think Astralis are at mentally right now? They're obviously, departing the booth just behind us. They're going to go outside, have a break, have a little bit of a team talk. What do you think they're even going to be talking about right now?
I mean, I got donked 0-13 in my times when I was playing in Katowice, and well, all you can do is really laugh it off and just say, okay, this time is just going to be dust 2, reset fully mentally. This was not the start we wanted, obviously, but it is what we have to work with. And maybe they're going to be overconfident, they're going to overpeak, they're going to lose the focus a little bit. It's time to come back, and it's time to prove them wrong.
Yeah, well, the reset going to be imperative for Astralis moving on forward, but this is going to be a tough mountain to summit. It is Dust 2, the map pick of Vitality, coming your way after the break.
Now it's coming into the full finals. I want to find out kind of how important it is for you, especially with maybe trying to grab back that #1 spot in the world.
Yeah, I think Flamesy said that we're not happy yet with only one win tournament in the year. We want to do much better than that. Of course, for some time now, Navi are a bit ahead. They won 3. They did a lot of good results. We're behind, but we really want to get back to it because we know how good we can be. So yeah, it's a step forward, being better for this one.
Astralis today, and obviously the Cadian situation. You are the first captain to take them on. You feel like you want to put them down. Is there more behind this game than what meets the eye?
I don't care about the roster or whatever. It's about the situation itself. Happy found a new team and he's gonna play again. I don't really care about that. It was just about the situation. But yeah, we are the first whoever we face. I don't give a fuck. I just want us to win and that's it.
And in terms of getting that win, have you been able to get any information on what this Astralis could look like, or are you going in completely blind?
We're completely blind. We only know that Cadian's gonna play with rifle and Device gonna stick with up. That's all we know. So we'll have to adapt during the game and have a good plan focusing on ourselves. That's it.
Well, not really any adaptations needed for the side of Vitality on that first map of Inferno. That was Astralis' pick coming into this best-of-3 series. Now we move onwards and upwards to Dust 2. And Stico, that has been a very proficient map for Vitality in the past 3 months. They played it 10 times. They've won 8 of them. What is so good about Vitality on this Dust 2?
I mean, I feel like Vitality can have different kind of playstyles that they're going to bring into Dust 2. It's not very, I would say, readable, and also, of course, Zywu is just unchained on this map. Of course, he's going to bring so much impact into the gun rounds when it comes to oping, even rifling, both on T side and CD side. Very resourceful oper, and obviously doesn't need to be in the middle of the action, but he's still able to find kills, and that is what makes him so dangerous. And I don't want to put all the success story behind Zywu. Obviously, the rest of the pack is also following, and I think just the roles fit so well for Dust 2 for them.
For Astralis, it's been a little bit more of a complicated situation. There's a 13-1 loss to G2, max that 60% loss rate as well in the past 3 months. I'm curious how much Cadian is going to be changing things up coming into this map, because obviously he's not had all that much time to be bringing in a new system. Are you more hopeful on this map than Inferno? Maybe we'll see 1 round win from Astralis?
I mean, can't be worse. So at least we're getting into Dust 2 in with the mindset that it really is something that we can redeem ourselves and try to show the preparation. Even if we lose it, at least make it a show and make it a close fight. But obviously Dust 2 is something that I was actually memeing in my previous teams, where Danish Counter-Strike wasn't really best for Dust 2, and we weren't really facing those teams. They were often banning it, but at least that's in the past, and obviously right now it should be a comfort map for team like this, because especially you have great aimers, which is aim heavy map, and also you have a potential to bring that double op eventually, which might play into a role of Cadian and Device.
I think that's the thing that's top of my wish list at the moment for this head-to-head between Astralis and Vitality is, man, I just want to see some AWPing action between Device and Zywu, because in all fairness on that first map, there wasn't all that many opportunities for Device to even bring that out and have so much impact. Surely Dust 2, it's an AWPer's paradise. I hope we get to see more of that, right?
Well, they have to build the economy for that first. That's why the Inferno was kind of scuffed because of this. But yes, Inferno in general is not AWPer heavy impact map, but Zywu proved us wrong, so we will maybe see, well, we will surely see something more interesting for Dust 2.
Anybody else that you're looking at from the side of Vitality that, you know, is known to have impact on this map of Dust 2? I think Zywu was obviously an easy name to be putting into the equation, particularly with the weapon that he's wielding. Is there, you know, a Flamesy on the tip of your tongue, a Sphinx that is known to be proficient at this map?
I'm going to actually say something that may be surprising, but Apex is the one that I'm going to be looking for, because he's always in the midst of the action. He's kind of reading the game. He's making sure that he's the guy rotating to the sides that they want to fortify if they're expecting a certain hits or splits. And also he's going to be really focused on the nade usage. So if terrorists are coming short, he's going to be the one nading them and making sure that the utility is on point. He's always going to be in the middle of the pack, and that's why I want to see him really kind of bring impact, not only by going first and being traded, but also being the one making the plays and making crisp shots.
I think that kind of makes sense when you look at the history of like French CS as well, right? This has been such a playground for them for so many years gone by. How was it like facing, you know, those French teams back in the CSGO days when Dust 2 would come out, Stico?
Oh damn, don't remind me.
וואלה, האמת זה לא חצי גמר ניב, כיוון שעשיתי טעות היום. משחק חצי גמר יהיה ביום שבת ב-5 וב-8, ומשחק הגמר יהיה ביום ראשון ב-5 בערב. זה מחר,
It's gotta be.
לא, זה בשישי, זה
Do you
מחר.
think there's been too much of a change in terms of how teams are approaching Dust 2 between CSGO and CS2?
אז קצת הטעתי פה את הקהל, מסתבר. זה עדיין שלב הבתים.
Have you seen it being played differently to way back in the CSGO days?
Definitely, and I think Dust 2 is one of the maps that is benefiting the most from the new mechanic of breaking the smokes, because obviously the long cross smokes are easily broken, the mid to B smoke is easily broken, the mid door smoke is easily broken. Everything like that leads to kind of safety net for CTs to actually make plays when Ts are not expecting it necessarily. So there's quite a change in dynamics there, where I feel like the playmaking ability just kind of stood up on Dust 2. However, whether we are going to see it to the full effect, obviously it comes down how many gun rounds we're going to actually see, and utility, how they're going to deploy it, obviously.
Now, I might be grasping at straws here, but when I do throw my mind back to those, envious days when they were playing Dust 2, there was always a team that had a certain man who's right in the middle here that would always put up a fight versus Envy. When Device was back on the TSM days and it went to Team Question Mark and the formation of Astralis, he could always bring such a battle on that map of Dust 2. How do you feel like he's going to fare today in this new era of Counter-Strike?
Honestly, like, this is a little fanboy me talking, but Device is someone that I've been always looking up to, even though we don't have any personal connection, but I was really, really nice and positively surprised whenever he was doing well. Obviously not against me, but overall, generally on the server, and when he came back from the 1-year break, I was extremely happy to have him back, because he's one of the most impactful players that we've had and Danish Counter-Strike produced, so happy to have him back, and hopefully he's gonna win a round now against Vitality.
Yeah, fingers crossed, because Inferno, Konomo, didn't go the way Astralis would have hoped for. Are we going to see at least one Danish round come to fruition on Dust 2?
One round's not too much to ask for, I don't think. I think that's setting the bar comfortably low. Our GGBet odds now skewed 10-1. Started the series 4-1, but I think Inferno kind of tempers everybody's expectations to the Cadian.
Spico, you don't have to have a personal connection to look up to somebody. I mean, I looked up to a lot of people I don't know. And I hope you look up to me, even though we do have a personal connection. So
also, Device definitely knows who you are.
Also, Device definitely knows you. Definitely knows you. He definitely knows you, bro. He knows you, little bro. So yeah, okay. Together we can all hope that Device will win a round.
Surely, right? Collectively, we can all hope for this one round at least.
I mean, you could say when they lose their heroic, when they win their Astralis.
Yeah, that's fair.
2/3 that for that heroic core here.
Earlier today, we definitely saw that our analyst at Cast
Pistol round.
kind of being Monacy's playground.
ראשון של מפה השנייה.
I'd love to see Zywoo kind of hit that groove as well.
ויטליטי ב-T-side, אסטרליס סיטי.
And a lot of people would say Device invented the playground. He built it as an offer a long time ago. So maybe he can take off a bit too.
יאבי יורד ל-50 HP. 27 HP.
Safe to say. Down.
ספינקס, good shot.
On stairs. Cheeky little spot. Works out perfectly for the 5v4. Meanwhile, we've got 3 men out.
יש לנו פה לונג טייק. דיווייס וקדי הנופלים. וגם יאבי? טוב, לכאורה היה פה ראונד. ראונד ראשון של ויטליטי. זה 14-0? כן, 14-0 בראונדים.
I mean, they only gave us half a game in that last map, so I didn't get my money's worth yet.
Nice, Pinks. ומזי.
Yeah, right. Individually, it's just the time to kill.
You look at Pro League, right? They lost to Eternal Fire, but then you see Eternal Fire look so good compared to the previous form and getting into the finals.
26-0 הראשון לפני שזה קרה בוולורנט? לא היה אף פעם 26-0 בוולורנט? אין מצב.
This is a team that people still have to remember our contention for every single event that we play. Astralis are just trying to show us
לא בטיר 1? אשכרה.
serviceable at this point and debut and everything.
לא נראה לי שזה יקרה גם פה. קצת קיצוני, דסטו זו מפה שמאוד קשה לקחת אותה ב-13-0. אם זה יקרה אחי, זה יהיה kinda היסטוריק. יש פה פור של אוסטרליז, ככה שהראונד זה יכול להיות שווה 2 בקלילות. בוא נראה קדיאן. They know about him. מוריד את פליימזי. מה? למה הוא החליף לנייף? What the heck?
Rings out top mid, instantly leaves. Apex looking to add himself to the bodies that come out long.
ספינק כזה חכם באמת.
Oh, but it's a little awkward. And he gets there.
משיג את הפיק שלו.
Late on that cat push from Stown, not able
ואת הפיק השני שלו.
so the two of them die one after another devices.
נייס, נייס. 3 נגד 1, סטר עם הדיגל, פוזיציה קשה מאוד לשחק את זה. ספינק קצת הולך לפוזיציה לא נכונה, נראה שהם מבינים את הפוזיציה שלו. אוי, אוי, אוי. נייס, נייס, נייס. 15 ראונדים ברצף של וייטליטי נגד אוסטרליז. אם זה קורה קדין חוזר לגמרי. בענק. Huge comeback.
This year with the Zaiwu Monesi sort of position that we're in. And now Dog, I mean, Zaiwu might be back in the lead. Like, he is looking, not only the stats, but like, we're seeing Zaiwu become a player that we have never seen in his career so far. It's insane his level at the moment.
סטאון ופאקינג קדיאן עם הדיגל, סטר עם ה-5-7.
Every tournament, it still matters for that, right? It might be hard to beat Navi in terms of what they do.
איי, Apex.
Team side, besides Shanghai, that maybe that changes
Nice
something.
nade.
Yeah, exactly.
But in terms of individual players, that
מעניין שלא שלחו את ספינקס לרדוף קצת קילים לכיוון לונג.
Vitality to take Cologne. Those are the big ones. Followed by the main.
Apex.
Just, it's this rotating door of champions.
טוב, נראה שהם רוצים לתת את ה-AK הזה.
I think stealing Cologne from Navi could keep Vitality in that conversation, depending on how the next few months go.
זאיו.
Still so much CS to be played. I love it. One thing for certain so far, though, this Astralis team
סטר עם ה-AK.
cut from the same cloth.
מזי עם דוליס.
Pressure on that.
The heck?
Play. Messi just going to keep his head tucked down as the CTs swarm around him. And nobody even contesting for the bomb plant. So they just want that weapon off Messi. Little do they realize, it's Beretta's. He doesn't even have a Galil to give over. And there's no guarantee, apparently, that he's even going to die. He's going to go pick up a weapon from the dead body.
Oh.
Did he not? No.
What?
Oh!
They still can't kill him.
מזי, no way! No way!
16-0.
זה פשוט מביך. זה פשוט מביך.
Triple Berettas. You can't even hunt down pistols.
הזוי.
As they go 16 rounds in a row.
מה זה?
0 T rounds, 0 CT rounds.
פשוט הזוי. יש לנו רופ על דיווייס. זה ראונד שהוא יכול להביא סולו הנדדלי. בכל זאת דס 2.
Here it is.
פספס השוט.
Good setup.
על הפנים. על הפנים דיווייס.
Round 1.
אייפקס נופל, מרגיש לי קצת קלולס שהוא עולה ככה, לא יודע, ראונד קצת משונה של אוסטרלי, זאיו יורד ל-3 HP. לא כזה מבין את האירוע.
Staring at 4 players looking to split on him.
Hasn't seen a ton of action so far on the CT side. He's going to just keep himself tucked down beneath windows.
pushes down,
into spawn. There's a second layer of pressure as
יש פה סייב לראונד מאוסטרליז וזה לא יהיה פה, זה לא יהיה פה 26-0. אלא אם זייבו יכול לעשות פה איזה משהו קסום. בסדר, ראונד שאני באמת לא מצליח להבין. הצורה שהם סקו את הראונד פשוט טיפשית בעיניי, אבל בסדר, אנחנו
next here in the series.
אנחנו נזרום עם זה.
Did for the match.
סמוק, לא יודע אם זה היה מסמוק, או שהם תכננו שהוא יהיה ככה,
Starting off with the first Astral's victory. You missed nothing.
אבל הסמוק שם בכיוון דורס היה פשוט רע. חבל מאוד.
Good fight there from Stown. Stop.
אם יש פה טיימאוט של וייטליטי, אני לגמרי מבין את זה, זה היה ראונד מאוד מאוד חלש.
This could have been like a turning point back into a potential 2v4. Still would have been a
לקחת את הטיימאוט הזה מוקדם,
end to vitality, but
אימפורטנט.
a missed clear in mid spelled disaster there for Spinks.
אוקיי, זה טכניקל
I feel like Flamesy spilled
ברייק.
something.
Oh yeah, that's spill aura at the moment.
Yeah.
Oof.
My electrolytes.
You lose 1-2 before you go full tilt, break everything. It's a noodle NATO for pot noodle. I got the chicken broth.
יופי שחר, יופי.
Not the broth.
Are they using Zaiwu keyboards?
These are the new
make-
Cherry Extra 5 Vitality crossovers.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
איי איי.
There we go.
אחלה מקלדות יש להם
A mouse and mouse pads
למתוקים שלנו.
with a special edition 10-year color wave celebration type design.
Did you try to get a Zaiwu mousepad?
I didn't.
No.
No.
מה זה הפרסומת הזאת?
He's French.
I take one of those. I do have
Yeah.
the last ever fully French signed Vitality jersey.
You should frame it.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to. Frame it
Nice.
on my wall.
Give it away at laundry.
First, no. The first,
You already did do a giveaway on Laundry Plan.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave away the other jerseys.
People were picking up chairs to get that thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Frothing at the mouth.
Oh, that is cool.
The last ever. Because it was at World Final.
What's gonna be that thing in like 50 years?
Mhm.
That's the $1 million collector item that a pro signed.
אללה איתך שחר, יא אללה.
Simple's
Gonna be a
major winning
mouse.
mouse.
Yeah.
That James Banks has.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, Simple gave him that mouse. And that to me is Simple's major mouse.
Yeah.
Pretty damn cool.
That's about as good as it gets, actually.
Arguably Donk's Katowice jersey.
I wish it
perhaps?
was someone smaller so we could tackle them.
Ah, yes.
You know, take the mouse.
That's true. Once James Banks has something, it's his.
Yep. All right. What's the second, you think? Second most expensive collector item. You know, the signed home run baseball sort of.
I'd pay good dollar for a Moses Team Liquid jersey. He told me multiple times that he was going to give
You
me
know,
one of his
because
Moses Team Liquid jerseys.
The
but
window of sale is very small.
I mean, but he has them. I know he has a surplus of them still in Michigan.
Yeah.
I would like them. He has told me many times, yeah, man, I'll bring one for you. He's just never done it.
Interesting.
I don't know at what point it's just he's forgetful or he actually hates me.
But didn't he send you like a housewarming gift?
He did send me a housewarming gift.
Didn't
yes,
send you
that
that.
was very nice of Moses. It's by my front door now. It's a digital photo frame. So when your friends come over, they can upload photos into the photo frame. How nice. Leave a favorite memory or whatnot.
Oh, cool. Well, you didn't show me that when I came.
יא אללה שחר.
Unannounced.
Strange.
איפה אתה?
The first person to break into your house. Isn't
Kinda
that
just
cool?
Walked right in.
It was an inside job.
Yep.
So.
Best friends break and enter. All right. Noodles swept
Ooh,
up,
Zaiwu.
and back into the action. Smoke towards the doorway. We've left bomb and spawn for the time being, Vitality, so it's a slow burn here in round 5. That last round win, of course, the first round win for Astralis, a lot of it coming off of device, finding Apex top mid with the op, getting the wall bang and softening up Zaiwu. So let's see if his op can continue to get impact as now he repositions towards B, where right now doesn't look like he's going to get much action.
It's a pretty stiff-looking CT side at the moment. I mean, they're waiting for some action to take place, but there is quite a big gap here in mid. And Astralis
דיווייס עם האופ לכיוון B.
individually at the moment.
ספינקס זורק פה את הלרק סמוק.
This could be a big
Ooh.
fight. Depends on the shoulder peak. Let's see.
וואו,
Beautiful from Spinks.
וואו,
Now
איזה שחקן באמת.
on a platter. Unless now
סטאון עם הטריקי. יש להם בומב.
Back-to-back rounds where Stown comes through that CT smoke with impact.
Okay.
סטאון, איזה שחקן.
4v1 up onto the B site, things were looking good, but Stown throws himself into the fire 2 rounds in a row.
It was a bit of Sphinx, basically. The perfect flashbang from Yabby, and Mezzy was totally blind, it looks like, as well. Maybe even ran out of ammo there at the end. That's a great play. Stair needed the help.
There we go, and Astralis for the first time in this series have an advantage. Not in the round count, but just up versus Pistols here in number 6.
2 rounds in a row. 2 CT rounds, lots of firsts here for the new lineup.
No mid-vision for Device. Dude, he got deleted last round by Space.
Smoke break.
Shot in tunnels.
another smoke break. פליימזי נופל פה. פורמן לכיוון המיד. דיווייס השיג פה עוד קיל. אפיס גם נופל. ומזי גם נופל. דאבל אופ. אוסטרלז. הפכו את זה למשחק.
Expecting anything less, definitely from the Cadian half of that, or sorry, the Device half of that. Now here on Dust 2, I mean, so far I'd say we've got 1 good round and then 1 really great emergency tactic that worked.
3-3, סטאון עם 2 ראונדים חשובים מאוד.
For a second solid rifle round and potential first lead. And I think the stiffness from that previous round is gone a bit. You need to be extremely dynamic. More than ever, you need to be dynamic. I mean, even look at what made Eternal Fire look so good. They were super dynamic on CT sides, always helping each other, always looking for information, extremely proactive. And that's when Vitality are playing their best, too. When their CT sides
כמו full B hit.
Strauss need to keep it loose, keep helping each other.
סטר. אין לו מולי פה. דיווייס פול פלאש. נופל, 1 for 1. סטר גם נופל. 4 נגד 3. בי בדאסט 2. גוד. ראונד קול של ויטליטי. סטאון. נראה שיהיה פה סייב. כן. gonna happen eventually.
Stairs got to be a bit more
in their face.
Yeah. Like when they're coming out of tunnel, that's the small choke point. When they're out, that's when it gets harder. Device makes it easier for him to take the second fight.
Double up siege for the next time.
Behind the box, so he needs to swing that double stack to fight him in the tunnel as he's throwing his utility in and find that timing. This timing that Device finds. It makes up for the fact that Stair let one through, and then Stair could have taken another fight with him, but he didn't fight on either position. You know, he sort of just played very passively and threw some decent grenades, but didn't play off of them. And I think there's more that he could have done there. So Vitality will win off the P-pop and keep that lead.
We were just talking about remaining dynamic as well, right? Praising the Eternal Fire strats. Now here we get Vitality in with a sudden tunnels take.
Yeah.
13-3 gonna happen, most likely. למרות שאם סתם נמשיך לשחק ככה, אז אולי לא. למרות שוויטליטי נראה לי בנקסט טיים שהם הולכים לעשות את זה, בספליט הזה. דיווייס. קיצור בנקסט בי ספליט. נראה לי מצפו לפליי הזה. הדאבל אופ של אוסטרליז עושים הרבה עבודה עם זה. יש לנו פה 4 שחקנים של ויטליטי כיוון לונג. מפה די שקטה לאוסטרליז, אז יש פה 3 שחקנים בחזרה. נייס סמוק ברייק. זה 3 נגד 3. כולם בסייט. סמוק ברייק. דיווייס מוריד את זייוו. נייס! 2 ספאמים לסמוקים שווים אנשים. יאבי. kinda sad. שהוא איך שהוא מביא את זה.
Couple haircuts off long, and they fought hard for that. Control's good tactic from Vitality to blow the smoke open to get the initial kill up on plat. I think versus Cadian back here, who was really exposed. It was a bad bounce on the smoke that allowed Vitality to get a little closer in the first place, but regardless of what happened earlier, even though it's only one alive in another round, Astralis just won the round, and they get it.
First time out of the series for Vitality here. So we get a little back and forth.
Some deliberation before we move on. Full buy here from both sides, even though Apex is a little bit of a concession on the Tech 9. Looking like some sort of lower B split. I don't know if it's going to be a light exact because they still have enough utility to do anything they want, but it feels like they're readying something pretty quick.
ראונד איטי של וייטליטי. 4-4. יש פה משחק. יש פה רק אופ אחד של אוסטרליס בראונד הזה. קצת שונה ממה שהם שיחקו עד עכשיו.
Disrupted it multiple times, but it is not the intended target there for Vitality here in number 9.
They gotta use this boost box, I think, to...
אוקיי, נייס שורטק של וייטליטי. עד כה נראה שהם פשוט לקחו סייט unscathed מה שנקרא. קצת דמג', לא הרבה מעבר. אם יהיה פה פלנט, כיוון שורט. 1 for 1. סטאון מוריד את מזי גם. לא נחמד, לא נחמד. אייפקס משיג פה פיק על יאבי? what the heck? זייוו, פיק אדיר על סטאון. 3 נגד 2. פלן לכיוון לונג. ראונד מסוכן מאוד. אייפקס נראה שהוא טיפה מאחר. דיווייס עם המישוט. זייוו מוריד אותו. והאייפקס הולך בסוף לשוט. נייס, נייס, 5-4. There's a couple of very close moments where obviously Astralis could have won into that round, but key kills from both Apex and Zywoo as they were climbing up onto the site. And I think even though they can still plant on Cat because they even got that kill in mid, they had options to change up on the site if they wanted to and put a lot of pressure on Astralis to move quickly into that, which I think maybe made them a bit uncomfortable, took some fights they didn't want. Yeah, they're really playing their best right now. I think the angle for Vitality is right now everybody sort of forgetting about them. Like Na'Vi have sort of ate up the whole conversation on the year, and they're like, hey, it's not a closed book. We may have the best player. 5-4 Vitality. עוד פעם ראונד איתי, נראה שוויטליטי ממשיכים לשחק slow rounds every round. Shanghai is still coming. Mid take. What happened here? זה לא בעיה אצלי. It's not a problem on my end, אני די בטוח בזה. הלייב רץ. מה לעזאזל? זה משהו שלא ראיתי. קרס להם עליי? אין מצב. קרס להם עליי. פאקינג שיט, קרס להם עליי, לא מאמין. טוב, מה נעשה? נצטרך ללכת לכאן ולהסתכל מפה. טה-טה-טה-טה. פאקינג שיט. קרס לייב בתחרות כזאת. איזה הזוי. בחיים לא קרה דבר כזה. אני רואה שוויטליטי יקחו את הראונד בכל אופן. היה פה פליימזי עם entry על device, קדיאן הוריד את פליימזי, סוג של טרייד אני מניח. זיירו, ספינקס. מקווה שזה עניין אתכם. בחיים לא ראיתי שקורס לייב כאילו בשביל דבר כזה כאילו. נגמר. What the fuck? איזה הזוי. טוב, אנחנו נמתין פה, נראה אם אנחנו ממשיכים את המשחק, אני לא יודע, נראה שיש פה... אוקיי, ראונד רץ. יש פה ראונד פול ביי של ויטליטי, פליימזי עם המקטן, פול סייב של אוסטרליז, קצת דמג' על החבר'ה שלנו פלנט על A, 5v5, דיווייס נופל. יהיה פה ראונד שביעי של אוסטרליז, גם סטארניו נופל. טוב, הם הצליחו להוריד את פליימזי, אבל הם הורידו את כל החבר'ה, 7-4. מקווה שאתם נהנים מהשידור, כאילו, עשו לנו פה קטע, בלאסט. כאילו, לא יודע מה העניין, נראה שיש פה איזשהו... לא יודע מה אנחנו רואים באמת. באמת לא יודע מה אנחנו רואים. בחיים לא ראיתי דבר כזה קורה. נראה מה ראונד קורה פה, לא? נראה שיש איזשהו פוז כללי, לא יודע what the heck is going on. ניוז, אולי יש משהו בניוז. יאללה, איתה חנקו לי את הפנים. בוא ניכנס לאינסטגרם שלהם, נראה מה הם אומרים. בלאסט. לא מדברים על זה, They are not talking about it. אבל הם עצרו את השיט. אני לא יודע מה הולך פה. יש משהו בניוז. Stream is down for everyone. Blast Unify to broadcast. טוב, בסדר. מה נגיד לכם? אנחנו נמתין. וואלה, חייב להגיד שאני צופה בשידורים חוזרים שלך ונהנה כל פעם מחדש, פשוט כיף לראות אותך, וואלה, תודה רבה אחי. אתה מדבר על השידורים של משחקים או שידורים שלי משחק? כאילו, בסוף שאלתי פה שאלה שהיא דומה, שאלה אם כאילו, שאני משדר משחקים או שמשדר משחקים משלי. ברוך הבא, טיינוקס, ללייב. גם וגם? סלמתק. אתה אומר להמשיך בפיזדט. יאללה. תודה רבה על החיזוק, אחי. איזה הזוי, כאילו, באמת לא ראיתי בחיים דבר כזה. הופה, יש פה לייב? פול ליטרלי פולן. לי פשוט אין זמן בשעות שאתה משדר, אני בעיקר צופה בשעות גם של... בסדר אחי, מתי שמסתדר לך? תודה רבה על התמיכה אחי, כל מצב, גם אם אתה פה, גם אם אתה צופה אחר כך, זה לגמרי עוזר לי. יאללה. איי. חנקו אותנו, חנקו. A few issues over here, but we've got our best technician on it. haydi. הופה! יש סאונד. הופה, יש גם תמונה. זה הולך קיבינימט. זה אנחנו סוגרים. אנחנו גם סוגרים. אנחנו נעשה את הדבר הזה. ונעשה מהירות הפעלה, 2. עד שזה יתחיל להתקע קצת. יאללה. הרגו אותנו. הופה.
It was
Opa.
flames because he spilled all that
The
stuff.
water leakage. It's the noodles. There's noodles in the walls. And yeah, the power went out, and then everything here was dark, and nobody could see anything. And now nobody can find Jacob Pimp Vinicky.
Who would be the first person to kidnap him?
Nobody would kidnap him.
Why is that an insult? That's crazy.
So at the moment, folks, just to be real for a second here, we've well, the power's back clearly. The lights are on, excellent. The PCs are working. We just got to get everything back inside of the server and back online. You know, in the meantime, we're chilling.
Yeah. I think it's probably a break that like a straw is for needed. If
Sure.
anything. Like they can use every second to talk.
Yeah, yank the cables out. We were having a conversation earlier, Lunders, about what some of the coolest memorabilia in Counter-Strike would be.
Yeah.
And we talked about how James Banks owns Simple's major winning mouse. I got a text from Stunna, one Trace Stunna Saranthus. He told me he has Stu 2K's I Am Dallas signed jersey. Damn. Now that's one.
הופה.
As a
Dude, why
North
is it
American,
two guys that we can't tackle?
I know, right? It's
You know?
like, God,
It's the two guys.
what's Hugo got? You know?
Hugo's
I could take
definitely
that.
collected some things, I'm sure.
Bodies. Does Freya have something we can steal?
I think Freya probably might have some rare Face-It stuff.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Yep.
Rare Face-It stuff.
That's true. James Bardolph must have also a wealth of Face-It collections and memorabilia.
Oh my god. When we used to do ECSs,
He would be buying all sorts of crazy. Didn't he have a Supreme
we
brick?
would get a new order for a new thing every single day.
There was a
it
brick once.
There was a Supreme brick. I mean, that's where I did the kayak. He ordered a Supreme kayak, an inflatable kayak, into the studio. Every day we get something new, and he just like populate. He had like a sextant, just like to measure the stars, I think it is.
Okay,
And
that-
he had a book to go with it, like how to use the sextant. It was like the size of a textbook.
Okay. In case an EMP ever goes off and we still need to figure out how to voyage
How to
across the
navigate
oceans.
the dark oceans.
Yep.
יש לי פה פעמיים את הסטרים, אה?
Make
Yeah.
sure.
Survive. So, yeah, that was. He's definitely got some stuff. I mean, we went to their apartment in London. It was Maui and James living together.
It's true.
They have like a shotgun on, it's like lying on the wall.
For security's sake, it was
In
well
a locked
kept
box.
in a locked case,
Yeah.
unloaded.
It was clear. That's how I saw it.
Yeah.
So, don't try to take his collectible.
No. I was gonna say that's another burly man.
Yeah. the only thing I keep is all my event badges. I have all my event badges.
I think that's an esports classic.
I counted them like 2 months ago or something. I have 133.
I know Sponge, for example, keeps his in a cork board, I believe above his PC setup. So it's like, imagine every time Sponge is in a Face It game and some kid is trying to tell him that he's washed and out of the game, and Sponge just looks up at this wealth of experience. You know, that's got to be good for the confidence.
Yeah.
Careers work.
But like, how is it fashioned on the cork board? Like, do you mean it's a pin?
I believe it's like pinned on the lanyard, because some people keep the lanyards and the actual pass.
Yeah, I keep it all.
I only keep the passes.
Yeah.
I get rid of the lanyards. I don't like lanyards. Enough of that.
Yeah. Usually don't need them.
You know.
So
I'm gonna put them in a binder one day, maybe.
Gonna have binders full of lanyards.
No, binders full of passes. Just the plastic part.
Yeah. Maybe you could, like, you know what?
I think Anders
cut them out to the size of like Magic cards.
Okay.
But only the parts that are most relevant, like your name, your access level, and then like the logo of the event.
Actually,
and then turn it into a deck.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. But shout out to tournament organizers that give us nice badges. You know, I've done some events where you just get like a piece of paper. It's gonna inevitably get crumpled up in the corners.
Yep.
No. I want the big, thick plastic badges. I want my name on it. Sometimes it'll just say like AAA. Sometimes it'll say talent. Sometimes it'll say scrawny. And that really is the collecting. That's the real collectibles of Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
If every player had a badge with their name on it, well, we could steal those.
Those would be rare contraband as well.
I'm starting to realize there's actually an entire collectible Counter-Strike card industry already that exists.
Yeah.
I forgot about that for a second.
Yeah, there's still going to be, I'd say, like the mice and stuff would probably be eventually the most sought-after thing you could get. Because, like, the mice are forever, right? The question is Counter-Strike relevant in 80-plus years or whatever? I don't see any reason it wouldn't be. It's kind of just up to Valve, I guess. They just can choose to,
Mice are valuable. Jerseys, I think, are also valuable just because it touches the body.
It touches the body.
Yeah. That's like that's an extra wealth of value, surely.
Yeah, like you wear it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You love it.
You wear it.
I see headphones on. This is a good sign.
Nice. Maybe devices sweat in Ace Zone headphones. Should get a couple bucks for sure.
Flamesy's spilled pot noodle.
Just the salty water on the floor. 10 cents a lick.
If a Counter-Strike player were to sell bath water, whose do you think would be the most sought after?
Probably Blame F.
Blame F bath water?
Because this comes with an image of him in the bath.
Yeah, sure. With rubber ducks.
Maybe Doja.
Maybe.
I'm trying to think of more.
Yeah. It's a weird one.
Allah.
Got to picture which would be the most fun bath water.
Just let that one. Let
your imagination take it away.
Really get creative.
Pimps would be ice bath water.
Of course.
Yeah.
I know Cadian's a big fan of saunas at the moment. In fact, Astralis is sponsored by a sauna company.
That's not a sauna company, but
what? It's called Sauna.
Yeah, they're a clothing company.
What?
Wouldn't it be weirder though if the sauna company was called Sauna?
No, I think it would make a lot of sense. I think it's weirder that a clothing brand's named Sauna.
Yeah, but that'd be like if Kleenex was named Napkin.
How deceiving.
Oh yeah, they designed the jerseys.
I thought that made so much sense. I'm like, yeah, you know, Danes love a good, Scandinavia loves a good sauna.
But think about the Google SEO. How are you supposed to get people to figure out which one you are?
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. You know, sauna. God, I'm a big Sauna fan myself. Now I'm disappointed. I thought we were breaking in. I was looking for my personal sauna sponsor. Is that now off the table?
So those new red jerseys?
Yeah.
That was because Sauna. So they did a good job with it.
They did, but I'm still disappointed. There's really been a recent trend in terms of transitioning to the polo culture in Counter-Strike in recent times. You know, it used to be just the Gambit thing, but
Definitely. I'm super down for it.
Also,
I think Caller's just really good.
and if you're gonna do the polo, you gotta do all the buttons.
Much more flattering around the scrawny esports necks.
Would you call me?
Skinny esports necks.
Thank you. Thank you. And out of the tack, excuse me, out of the tech and into the tack, we are ready indeed to go live.
טקטיקל טיימאוט של אוסטרליז.
You know, we got cheated out of half a game last map, so we gotta slow this one down.
יאללה לטיף, יאללה לטיף.
We're paid by the minute, so Launders is pulling cables out.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
איזה הפסקה. חנקו אותנו הלילה.
Back to the action, shall we? Let's do a little recap. A back and forth affair, but Vitality keeps hanging on to the lead. It was looking close in the middle of that when we got all tied up at 3-3, tied at 4-4, but now 3 rounds in a row for Vitality is what has established this 7-4 T side. Counter-Strike. Welcome back.
מעניין,
No
מעניין.
op in play, despite having seen the double op setup out of Device and Cadian multiple rounds of this CT half. The money's just not there this time. It's not there for the ops, it's barely there for the nades.
And the CT side, too many gaps, man. They keep leaving mid as a gap, and now the full split's coming in. They literally don't even know that he's here. Wait, did they just walk by?
שחר?
Already up by the
No
window.
way.
Spotted completely.
Bro,
Guys, you left
perfect
that
timing.
complete
How's that go down?
אוי ואבוי.
mid at all. They've done this too
מה זה?
in this half.
טוב, יהיה פה ריטק 3 נגד 5 ב-B סייט של פאקינג
Alert CT side.
דסטו עם פול יוטיליטי.
You know?
It's either
שיהיה
Device
בהצלחה.
was super active in getting info,
Right.
killing them in mid, or it was nobody. That's how big that gap was. They didn't even smoke mid B, they just walked in.
Right, yeah. Honestly.
זי הוא מחזיק אפס.
Give Flamesy an inch and he will take a mile. Tears up that
Fair.
before they even have a chance
Stun.
to shoot back, and we're now
5
seeing
נגד 2.
Astralis that may walk away with nothing. Not a single
ויהיה פה 8-4 half.
tagged up. Flamesy's got the Tech 9 out. Oh, he's gonna go running through that. For sure he does. And he starts it, he ends it, all that for just one more round sprinkled in. We'll be back with the second half in a moment.
יופי, הפסקה, ברור שזה יקרה כל זה בראוד אחד לפני המחצית. How much prize money? Which of the following did not qualify for full final through the showdown? Liquid. טעות, נכון? וואלה, אני מטורף אני. בוא נראה. What team does Staz coach? ברור שווייס קראט. גם הוא שחקן של G2. במשחקים נגד ספיריט, במשחקים שאני שם עליהם הרבה כסף. What map can you watch A-side from car Angehort? A-side? Does too. What the heck? מה זה שאלה טופשת הזאת? What map did Navion and Team Spirit play on to decide spring final winner? נשמע כמו ניוק, למרות סביר שאני טועה. אני אמשיך ככה, אני אקבל איזה פרס, לא? What is the cost of גליל and קבלר? C. לא, זה בלי הלמט, זה B. כן, בלי הלמט זה B. Nice, nice.
Vitality sprinkling in one final T-round win. Insult to injury to an Astralis that looked like they were putting up some kind of a defense, but if you only joined us after that delayed break, you didn't really get to see a very good CT side. The only thing you would have seen was that very big mishap of a setup on mid.
It was sort of a good example of what went wrong in the half. We did see Vitality take apart those rounds based on that lack of mid presence and finding the CAD timing. They were very good at using info against Astralis, where that gap might have been fine versus anybody else, so they got punished pretty badly.
Awesome half out of Spinx, 15 kills as he takes to the CT side. Apex to the contact top middle, but we got the double CT.
זייוו. נראה שכשוויטלטי משחקים בדיוק באותה פוזיציה, הם מנצחים. לא משנה איך זה נראה. קודם היה בדיוק אותו דבר, גם עם הדוליס. אין מה להגיד.
Sang their praise for the pistols earlier, and yet again another example where they are looking in full control. Zaiwu will not waste a moment climbing up the boost boxes, getting into the site with those Berettas. He welcomes their challenge.
נייס, פליימזי, מספם. זייוו משיג את סטר, יש לנו פה 4 נגד 2. דיווייס, איכשהו מוריד אחד, כמעט 2. וראונד שיעי של ויטליטי.
No kidding, man. They're just not letting off the gas pedal now.
Spinx not stopping.
Straw is sort of 2 steps behind in these positions, and they don't have the aim to make up for it. So very quickly we look at it. Quite a desperate scoreline as Vitality are already at 9.
Vitality T-side.
Strawless. No util.
Unwinnable.
Get any upgraded guns besides this one purchase of Device's Scout.
Really, that's going to inspire you to believe in the Astralis chances, barring maybe a mishap out of Mezzi towards front tunnels. Even then, the 2 Astralis players there start to peel half of it back. It's just Jabby left alone. So work around the scout, right? If anything's going to go south for Vitality, you'd think it's by way of the scout, but
זייוו.
gets torn apart.
אמרתי שהם על ה-T-side, אני קולט שאני לא באירוע. אז היה פה לונג טייק מהיר של ויטליטי. סטארס, נופל גם הוא.
And Vitality ever closer to the finish line in this best of 3.
I wonder if that has any implications on the economy, just having the Scout, just with no other upgraded pistols, no other utility, no half armor buys behind it. If the goal is just to at least get 1 kill to get some money back, and then it's worth it. Knock down 4K of net worth. But they don't find anything, of course. This is just such a cozy position for Vitality. Not once in this series have Astralis had the lead.
It's another scout 4 device, a limitation here in the otherwise full buy from the Danes. And Flamesy's into it.
See, and I like, and you leave the gap on mid, you have 3 and B. You know, if you leave the gap on mid and you have that, like, you have that 4A position from Astralis that one time, or that last round where they had the 2-3 split but no one even watching it, it's way more comfortable. Like in a B split here, this is Astralis going, wait, what the hell? There's 3 inside the B site. It's a little bit more.
What the fuck is that?
They even search out some info and might even fall into the trap of being like, well, this seems like a great place to go.
Sending bullets through the smoke of CT from a distance.
They have lured them into this idea by just giving them this space. But why would you have to rotate an extra player if you're 3 here for Vitality?
Close long doors just hurts down running mid.
What the heck? Messi timing!
Come on, you gotta kill him. You have to trade him out.
No!
Oh my god.
No!
That extra player inside of the B site and blink, you'll miss it. Sudden attack from Messi. He's locked in. And he gets a 3rd kill, but it costs
האם יצפו גם לאייפקס פה?
and because mid was compromised, they don't know.
לא, אני לא צפי לאייפקס.
falls victim to the hidden Famas. Apex could end it on his own as it's just 30 health.
וואו, 11-4 איזה ראונד.
Vitality's IGL cleans up as Messi. What a rascal.
Dude, there's so little going on.
Yep.
They went for the tunnels push because they thought maybe Astralis were rerouting. I mean, maybe you get 1 kill here normally. But
in unannounced, Jabby can't hold him back. It's a fast first frag from Messi as well, so he queues up the second on the player busy with nades.
And the other cute thing about this push is, again, they had 3 players in the site the whole time. So they're wondering how Apex spawned there. Well, he never left.
Oh, man. That is a kick to the stomach of Astralis. A sinking feeling suddenly when in your best buy yet on this T side, your setup gets interrupted by a mere MP9.
Where's that bomb going?
They're going to try to charge down into the site
Oh.
on the other half of the map.
Messi וזייבו.
Defense locks this in. Messi hangs on to the back plat, supported by Zywu from doors.
קדיאן.
And Kadian.
בדרכו לבד. No way, no way, קדיאן, no way!
Just needs 1 lucky cross, maybe a good deagle headshot.
Flamesy.
You never know when you're going to get a Cadian clutch.
Well, it needed a Cadian dig, and that ain't happening. Oh, the old 4-1 sneak the bomb, huh? This ain't Mirage.
12-4.
It's not an illusion either. It is a 12-4 for Vitality.
היה פה 4-4.
13-0. A dismantling of the newly formed Astralis.
אוסטרליז נראים קצת עצובים.
And a good sign for another one of the tournament favorites. We saw Navi come in at the start of the day, own. G2.
ראית מה זה גולדמן?
Tighter game, but we want both
3 מ-4 בינתיים.
head to head. And now Vitality jump into the server.
בקולים של today.
Unknown entity and absolutely smash him.
קדיאן לא אוהב את זה, קדיאן לא אוהב את זה.
Skip media day, but what were they scared of?
אוי, יבי. כותב דקדוק על device. נייס, נייס. אוי ואבוי. אם ספינק ספליג לכיוון מיד, ומגלה את זה... וואו. טוב, הם מבינים שזה מה שקורה פה. יאבי נופל, סטר נופל, 4-2, וזה גיים אובר. ויטליטי. 26-4. והנה שחר עם הנשיקות שלו. אוסטרליז נראים טוב, ברוך השם.
We're talking about 13-0 on map 1, 13-4 on map 2, and unfortunately for Astralis, simply left in the dust. I don't know about you, Stico, but maybe I was a little bit gaslit after that first half. I was like, right, we've got a game on our hands.
טוב, נראה שוויטליטי מחר הולכים לפגוש. בוא נראה. מה זה ה-next matchup? ליקוויד ספיריט, כנראה יפגשו את ספיריט.
Somewhat promising, but then after the break as well, which was kind of unfortunate with technical issues, and kind of left
Most likely.
breathing room for the Astralis guys, and Vitality just rolled over
זהו,
them.
משחק very nice.
Saying, right, you go back to, you know, the first stages of that first half, and we actually did see Astralis pulling out the double up setup. I was like, right, they've got a strategy, they've got an approach, and then just look at the round distribution after that, Steeko. They get one solitary round in just to see if
Navi
Vitality
G2 מחר.
runs on both the T and the CT side.
Yeah, exactly.
רימאץ', היידה.
Multiple things happen, which we highlighted before the actual game with the amount of breaking the smokes, and obviously Astralis were doing that. As soon as they had the economy, they whipped up the double up, but it kind of bite them in the ass in certain situation, which we will again kind of have in the B-roll soon coming up. So it will be definitely one of the.
אולי 8-1? What do you mean?
Looking at the rest of the tournament, this might be a weakness where they clearly.
9-0 לנאבי? Maybe.
Match of the tournament, they got 4 rounds in total.
I think we should dive into it right now because we talked about, you know, round number 6 where we saw those doubles coming out for Astralis. Vitality seemed really set on going for those BXX on the T side. Then we go into round 7, they pull off one successfully. How do they get away with it though?
Exactly as you said. So basically, Vitality discovered that the double op setup is happening on Astralis side, and they realized they don't really have economy to do a proper default on us too, and that's where you need a lot of flashes, a lot of smokes to take areas of the maps. And if you don't have that, there's pretty much only one option, and that is to hit the B side where the
אני בשוק שסטר לא הביא פה אפילו 1 פיק. אפיקס פשוט קיקלד לו את הפנים.
behind the smokes. This is
זה פול סייב פה.
at the beginning of the clip. He got a kill, but
אין מה להגיד.
eventually was traded out. And
משחק נהדר של וייטליטי.
takeable side. And it all became
אוסטרליה נראים קצת דיסקונקטד.
is going to be
באופן כללי לא ציפיתי שהם יראו כזה טוב. וייטליטי ב-ESL פרו ליג קצת הידרדרו בלבל, אבל נראה שהם בפורום מדהים. זיירו 31-12, פליימס 29-14, מעל 100 אידיאל לשניים האלה. ספינקס 31-13. 3 שחקנים פשוט מצוינים. מזי היה קיים היום, עשה אחלה עבודה 25-13, אפילו אייפקס ל-17-11.
So, hindsight 2020, obviously Snare is also put into roles that he's not that comfortable yet maybe with. But
טירוף.
all we have is to have hopes for the future games to go a little bit better. I mean, can't go worse.
Yeah, I mean, you say
פשוט
that. We
טירוף.
don't know exactly what Astralis have got in store for us, but I think it is time to hear from the Astralis camp. It's device.
נראה שיש לנו 2 ישראלים
The first outing for Katie in India.
שיצאו לפחות $2,000 לראש
What you guys wanted.
במקום $1,000.
13-0 is a 13-0.
Not bad, not
I
bad.
was expecting, despite the lack of practice, that maybe there was some defaults, some sets ready. Can you talk to me just what you felt like from your end?
First of all, I think it's the first time I lost 13-0 or 16-0 as it was in CSGO. So yeah, that sucks. I don't know. I didn't think we showed up at all.
Happens.
Of course, we got some rounds on those too, but overall, yeah, it was. Karma was not with us. I think so. And yeah, we couldn't really finish anything. We stressed our mid rounds. We didn't have that. We didn't react to what they were doing as well, and yeah, it's just how it is. Sometimes it's one game. It's not gonna break the team, but yeah, it's not the debut we hope for sure.
Overall, from the outside and everything's been going on around you guys, did you feel a build-up of pressure, not just in the server, because of that?
Yeah, it would be a lie to say no. I think that, as I also said with the karma and everything, we're just the players, and we're getting a lot of the comments on us, and yeah, that's just how it is. We have to be strong as a team and show character, and yeah, we wanted to do that on the server, and we didn't. So now we just have to protect each other and make sure we get ready for the game tomorrow.
I like that, protect each other. Nicely said. Thank you very much, Device.
Yeah, one for the history books in the worst way possible for Device. He said it himself. Probably his only
קצת עצוב האמת.
13 on record. Not the
בסדר, נראה לי שפה אנחנו נסיים את הערב ידידיי, תודה רבה לכל מי שהגיע. מקווה לשפר את האיכות של הלייבים, קצת לחזור לכושר של שידור. פה הייתי היום קצת עסוק תוך כדי משהו שאני לא רוצה שיקרה בעתיד. זהו, נצטרך להיות יותר חדים. וזהו. נראה שמחר יהיה לנו את האפר פיינל של הגרופ סטייג', משחק שיקבע אם ויטליטי מגיעים ישירות לחצי גמר או אם מתחילים ברבע הגמר. אז יאללה, we'll see you guys, thank you for coming.